Good evening. This is All India Radio and I'm Anuja Kumar with the news at 9. The headlines. Second phase of urban body elections in Jammu and Kashmir concludes peacefully. Riyasi district records highest polling of 85%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says BJP will continue to work for the welfare of people despite all oppositions. Supreme Court declines to go into price and other technical specifications of Rafale deal. Cabinet approves bonus to around 12 lakh non-gazetted railway employees. In Maldives, ruling party challenges the results of presidential elections in Supreme Court. And in Sultan of Johor hockey tournament, Indian men's junior team defeat defending champion Australia 5-4, qualify for the finals. In Jammu and Kashmir, the polling for the second phase of urban body elections concluded peacefully this evening in 263 municipal wards. It includes 214 wards in Jammu region and 49 wards in Kashmir Valley. An estimated 76% of over 1.28 lakh electorates today cast their votes in 6 districts of Jammu region. The voting, covering 6 districts of Kishtwar, Doda, Ramban, Riyasi, Udhampur and Kathua, witnessed massive polling in this phase. There was no report of any untoward incident from any part of the region. CEO Shaleen Kabra said,
Law and order situation remained perfectly all right for ensuring an atmosphere where voters could come out and vote in large numbers. The entire day went incident-free. There were no incidents of any nature which required any kind of requirement of any recall or anything. There has been an overall enthusiastic participation of the voters in the election process.
Riyasi district is leading the voter turnout chart with 85%, followed by Ramban 79.5%, Kathua 79.3%, Udhampur 79%, Kishtwar 77.2% and Doda 73%. The polling sealed the fate of 881 candidates for 214 wards, while 4 candidates have been elected unopposed in this phase in Jammu region. Long queues were witnessed outside the polling stations across all the districts since this morning to elect their local representatives. Quoting sources, our Srinagar correspondent reports that 61 candidates got elected unopposed in 13 municipal bodies of the Kashmir Valley that were slated for polls today. The highest, 35%, was recorded in Bandipora district. The first phase polling was held on Monday. The third phase of the polling is scheduled for October 13th, followed by fourth and final phase on October 16th. The counting of votes will be held on the 20th of October. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said BJP will continue to work for the welfare of the people despite all the oppositions. Interacting with party karyakartas from Agra, Damoh, Karoli Dholpur, Mysuru and Raipur Lok Sabha seats through Namo app this evening, Mr. Modi said the agenda of the BJP is to work for the welfare of the people. The Prime Minister said,
बूथ लेवल पे सामान्य मानवी की आवाज ऊपर तक पहुंचे। हाँ, चुनाव जीतना भी जरूरी होता है, क्योंकि चुनाव जीतना ये हमारे लिए किसी को परास्त करने का अहंकार नहीं है। हमारे लिए ये सेवा करने का एक अवसर है। चुनाव हो या न हो, हमारा काम निरंतर यही है कि हम लगातार कोशिश करते रहें, जन सामान्य से हम जुड़े, जन सामान्य को हमारे साथ जोड़े।
The Prime Minister said a few people criticize BJP for taking forward the work of previous governments, but he wants to ask them why did not they complete those works. He said the present government is completing the long pending projects. Mr. Modi highlighted that the BJP is a cadre-based party and the workers' feedback is important. He said this is the reason why NDA government has been successful in implementing government schemes to the poor, exploited and deprived of the society. Supreme Court today refused to go into the price and other technical specifications of the Rafale deal. It has also refused to issue notice to the government in the matter. The petition had sought a directive from the Apex Court asking the centre to reveal details of the Rafale deal and the comparative prices during the UPA and NDA rule in a sealed cover to the Apex Court. The Supreme Court, while disposing of the Rafale PIL, asked the central government to provide details of the decision-making process only in a sealed cover. The bench, consisting of Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi, Justices S.K. Kaul and K.M. Joseph, clarified that it did not want details of pricing and other such technicalities of the deal. The centre, on the other hand, sought dismissal of the PILs filed in the case and argued that the petitions have been filed to gain political mileage on the eve of elections. Attorney General K.K. Venugopal told the court that national security is involved and the court is being used on the eve of polls to gain politically. President Ramnath Kovind today called for introspection and deliberations to further promote accountability, transparency and good governance. Inaugurating the 29th Accountants General Conference in New Delhi today, he said Comptroller and Auditor General can partner with state audit societies to train them and build their capacities in the field of auditing. The President said the government is making great strides in ushering in Digital India. The President said,
the institution of CAG has come out with a data management policy and is increasingly using data analytics in its audit work. Through the use of data analytic techniques, you can assist in not only giving insights for the present, but also aid in providing credible forecasts. With the tools appropriate to managing and examining the expanding data in a digital economy, you are rightly positioned to anticipate long-term trends and emerging issues related to the economy, education, health, environment, national security, among others.
The theme of this year's conference is Auditing and Accounting in a Digital Era. The Accountants General from all over the country are participating in the two-day conference organized by the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. The University Grants Commission UGC will soon issue a notification directing the higher educational institutions to return the documents to the students immediately after admissions, except for the migration certificates. Other original documents should be returned to the students after their verification by authorities. Giving details about the UGC notification, the Human Resource Development Minister Prakash Javadekar told media persons in New Delhi today that the UGC will take action against the colleges and universities which fail to refund the fees to the students who opt for admission in other institutions. He said the higher education institutions can charge fees in advance only for the semester in which a student wants to be engaged in academic activities. He said collecting advance fees for the entire program of study is strictly prohibited. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. Cabinet today approved Railway Ministry's proposal to give bonus to nearly 12 lakh non-gazetted railway employees. Productivity bonus will be disbursed to 11.91 lakh employees and the financial implication is estimated to be 2,044 crore rupees. Speaking to media after the Cabinet meeting, Information and Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said,
the total employee of railway non-gazetted numbering 11.91 lakh crore shall be paid productivity-linked bonus for 78 days amounting to 2,044.31 crores. And each employee under this head will get rupees 17,951 for 78 days.
Cabinet has also decided to set up a National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NCVET. Mr. Prasad said the Cabinet has approved the merger of the existing regulatory institutions in the skills space, the National Council for Vocational Training and the National Skill Development Agency, into NCVET. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari today said government is working towards River Ganga's cleaning and continuous flow. Briefing media in New Delhi on notification of e-flow of Ganga, the minister said work is also being done on the 40 tributaries of the river. He also said that 34 projects on Yamuna and 12 projects in Delhi are being organized. The government has notified minimum environmental flows to be maintained at downstream projects meant for diversion of river flows for purposes like irrigation and hydropower. Information and Broadcasting Minister Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathod has called for the introduction of good behavior on internet and social media platforms and said there is a need for creating awareness. In a Facebook Live interaction on the necessity of using social media responsibly, Mr. Rathod said,
"The media, which used to be so largely limited to a few people, is now in the hands of everyone. Everyone literally has a broadcasting channel with themselves. This is an amazing tool, and a lot of people are enjoying this tool. And that's why people are, in a way, addicted to it. It's a community's voice that can go worldwide."
Mr. Rathod said Prime Minister in his monthly broadcast Mann Ki Baat on All India Radio has stressed on responsible use of social media for the benefit of people. 5 people were killed and more than 24 injured after 9 coaches, including the engine of the new Farakka Express train, derailed near Harchandpur railway station in Raebareli this morning. NDRF teams from Lucknow and Varanasi have reached the spot and are helping with the rescue. Railway Minister Piyush Goyal has announced an ex gratia of 5 lakh rupees for the next of the kin of the deceased in the accident. Mr. Goyal has also announced a compensation of 1 lakh rupees for those with serious injuries and 50,000 rupees for those with minor injuries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has expressed grief on the loss of lives due to the rail accident in Raebareli. He offered condolences to the bereaved families and wished speedy recovery of the injured. The centre is committed to doubling farmers' income by 2022 so that they can live a life of happiness and prosperity. The Assam government has taken several measures in this direction. State Agriculture Director M.S. Manivannan said that 1 lakh shallow tube wells are being distributed to small and marginal farmers. Here is a ground report from our Guwahati correspondent.
The Agriculture Department has announced up to 85% subsidy in shallow tube wells. The distribution of shallow tube wells would help in irrigating more cropland. Apart from shallow tube wells, Agriculture Department is also distributing seeds of various crops to the farmers and promoting multiple cropping. One such farmer, Malaram Roy from Golpara district, said he is getting help from the State Agriculture Department.
With the help of government, I am using multiple cropping and I have received seeds of various crops from Agriculture Department. I am hopeful that my income will increase after adopting the methods suggested by the department.
In another initiative, the Assam government has decided to give the premium of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana on behalf of the farmers. Along with the service delivery, awareness drive at the grassroots level is also being carried out so that farmers could get maximum benefits of the government schemes. Manas Pratim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
In Maldives, the ruling party led by President Abdullah Yameen today challenged the results of the September 23rd election in Supreme Court. Progressive Party of Maldives, PPM, in a statement said that the party has been overwhelmed with numerous genuine concerns related to the elections, including serious allegations of vote rigging, fraud, malpractice and corruption. Indian men's junior team have qualified for the final of the ongoing Sultan of Johor Cup hockey tournament, defeating defending champions Australia 5-4 at Taman Daya Hockey Stadium in Malaysia today. The Indians now top the table with 12 points after 4 matches and still have a game in hand to prepare for the finals. They will play Great Britain in their last match on Friday. Cabinet Secretary P.K. Sinha today chaired a meeting of the National Crisis Management Committee in New Delhi to take stock of preparatory measures in the wake of impending landfall of the cyclonic storm Titli along the coast between Odisha and North Andhra Pradesh by tomorrow. The ministry said NDRF has deployed 14 teams in Odisha, 4 teams in Andhra and 3 teams in West Bengal along with necessary rescue equipments. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Second phase of urban body elections in Jammu and Kashmir concludes peacefully. Riyasi district records highest polling of 85%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says BJP will continue to work for the welfare of people despite all oppositions. Supreme Court declines to go into price and other technical specifications of Rafale deal. Cabinet approves bonus to around 12 lakh non-gazetted railway employees. In Maldives, ruling party challenges the results of presidential elections in Supreme Court, and in Sultan of Johor hockey tournament, Indian men's junior team defeat defending champion Australia 5-4 qualify for the finals. And that is all in the news at 9. Good night.